Welcome to Motivate. In today's workout, our incredible instructor, Rachel, is going to be taking you through a full body workout that is designed to tone and strengthen, and we're going to be targeting even the smallest of muscle groups, so you can really expect to feel that burn. All of our workouts are designed for all ages and stages. For example, I'm pregnant and I'll be doing some of the necessary modifications in a few of these videos, so do follow along. All of the equipment that you're going to need is shared on the next slide, but absolutely nothing is absolutely essential. So if you just want to use some household objects, feel free to chuck in a towel for a resistance band or some tins for weights, and you don't need to if you don't want to. But hopefully you're feeling motivated and ready to go.
Okay, so let's take a deep breath all the way up, bending those knees, filling those lungs, shaking those hands down. Another deep breath all the way up, bending the knees, and shaking it down. Let's do 2 more here. So this is a great way just to bring oxygen into that body. Last one, bringing it up and shaking it down. We're going to look our head from side to side, just loosening off that neck and looking up and down and down. Good, then we're going to tilt it to the side, ears to the shoulder, and down, and up, good. 2 more. Let's bring that head to the side, taking the hand across. We're going to take that hand, pushing the palm of the hand down, and changing sides, other way, pushing the hand down. Imagine you're high-fiving that floor. Good, and coming up. Now we're going to shake those legs, bring the feet in together. We're going to start by walking those heels. We're going to roll the shoulders back, and back, and back, and back. Good, so we're just opening out that chest. Starting to warm up into those feet. Let's bring the shoulders forwards and forwards. Good. Feeling those calves warming up. Then we're going to take the arm back and back. Good, so we're just swimming backwards with those hands. 3, 2, bringing it forwards. Here we go, and round, and round. Lovely, still taking deep breaths in, and 2, 1. Good, now stepping it down. We're going to add a very small twist with those hips. We're going to turn from the hips. We don't want to be turning from that spine. So turning all the hips and all the ribs to the side. Get a nice deep squat in the center. Good. Lovely. Keeping that going. Starting to twist on the ball of that foot. Nice. Starting to feel that heat into those quads, into those glutes. Good. 2 more. Exhale as we twist. Now we're going to stay down in that squat. Let's hold it here. Thinking of squeezing into those glutes. Pulsing it down. Pulse and pulse. Use that breath. Now we're going to open out those toes. Use those elbows. We're going to push those knees back. Opening out those hips. Good. Get a nice stretch in there.
That's a nice deep stretch. Yeah.
Good. Good, let's straighten those legs a little bit. Gently roll it all the way up to standing. Good, shaking it off. Now we're going to come, turn to the side, reaching those hands up. We're going to walk all the way out. We're going to come into a box plank. So we want to come down onto our hands and knees first, that's more comfortable, and then hover those knees off, holding it here. Rolling those shoulders back. Good, now if you're happy here, we're going to reach the hand up and down and up. So this is getting into our lower abdominals, getting into that transverse abdominal wraps around the body. So this is good, probably up until the 2nd trimester. 3rd, you can do all of this still on your knees, but just moving those hands. Good, so we're warming up that upper back.
So I still love my planks. Perfect variations there.
Good little variation, still getting that arm burning. Up. Last 2, 2, and 1. Let's walk it back up. We can take those feet a little bit wider if that's more comfortable. Rolling all the way up, rolling off, shaking those legs. Let's have a quick little stretch of those hamstrings. So bringing that foot forward, and again, popping those hips up, pushing that chest down. Good, and gently changing sides, other foot. Good. Ooh, feeling that stretch all the way up the back of that hamstring. Flexing that foot if you want a deeper stretch. Nice, and coming up, so we're going to come down onto arms. So we are going to grab our hand weights. Again, this is an option. So you can use anything around the house. You can use a can of beans, you can use a water bottle filled up, or you could use anything that has a little bit of weight to it. And again, you can do this without weights, it's more of an option.
And we're going with 1 kg, aren't we?
We're going with 1 kg, so you can do more, you can do less than that.
Yeah.
So if you do have hand weights around the house, why not see if you can check them up? So here we go, we're going to start in with those feet just under the hips, roll the shoulders back. We're going to have a nice gentle bend in those knees, facing the palms of the hand forward. Now we're just going to gently come up and down and up. So we're just coming into a little bicep curl and up. Now each time we come up, we want to exhale, keeping that little soft bend in those knees. Nice. Think of opening out the chest. So we're thinking of squeezing those shoulder blades together, opening out that chest and up. Good. Now we're going to open it out. So we come up, we're going to open the hands, then in, lower it, down we go. Now with this one, it's a little bit different. So we're coming to that 90-degree angle, which means that we're going to get an extra little burn into that bicep. You're going to have to hold at that level and keep it going. Keep thinking about squeezing those shoulder blades together and down. Good. Up and open, up and down. Last two. Good. Now last one, we're going to hold it here, hold. Good, roll the shoulders back. We're gonna press up and down, then reach up and down. Good, so now we're getting into the biceps as well as into that shoulders and up to the upper back. Good, and up and down.
These are all the exercises you need when you're lifting the baby.
Yeah, it's all about that upper back. Everything is gonna be pulling you forward, so we're gonna work all those muscles to pull you back up and down. Last two, then this one we're going to hold it up, hold. We're going to pulse up, pulse. Those palms of the hands are pulsing, facing up to the sky. Breathe it out, here we go. Good. And 4, 3, 2, face the palms of the hands down. We're going to do little baby circles, backwards, backwards. Good, and keep thinking of holding that core nice and tight so you're supporting that lower back. Back, we're going to bring it forwards, forwards, and round. Good, nearly there. 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to bring the hands forward. Reaching those hands away, we're going to lift up and up. So this is really getting into that upper back.
And it looks so easy, but these are always the ones that burn.
It is burning. I'm getting there, so you're going to feel it all along the top of that arm. Keep blowing it out. That's going to help you control that movement. Here we go. 4 and 3. 2 and 1, dropping it down. Now we're going to take those feet still where they are. We're going to pitch that body down to about 45 degrees. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to lift up and extend to the back. Lift it in, drop it down. We go up. Now we want to make sure that our back is completely flat. So obviously we're going to have a bit more weight pulling us down. So really be cautious of lengthening out that back. Again, those shoulder blades are gliding down that back. In. And drop, we lift up. We're going to pulse it back, pulse and pulse. Feeling those triceps. Imagine that your arms are parallel, so you want to be going directly behind. Nearly there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last bit. Drop it down. We're going to fly out and last 2. Last one. We're going to hold it up. Hold it here. Pulse it up. We go. Pulse, pulse. Good. Nearly there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's drop it down. We're going to take those weights off. Now we're going to grab ourselves a chair. You can place a hand on the wall if that's more comfortable for a little balance, but this can also be done in the center just to help with that balance.
Amazing. If you're not pregnant, you might actually be able to balance a little bit better, but
I feel like this will be fun. So all we're going to do is we're going to start with either your left or your right hand on that chair. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to take those feet together. We're going to open those toes out. We're going to bend those knees down. So we're making a diamond shape with those legs. Rolling it back. Now we're going to hold it here. Let's pulse down and pulse. Now I want you to imagine that your tailbone is driving all the way down. So your back is completely flat. So again, this is going to strengthen all of that back, really helping that posture, lifting that chest up. Now we're going to extend that left foot forward. We go out and in, then we're going to go to this side, then we're going to go to the back and out, then to this side. Let's keep that going. So you're thinking of pointing that toe. Again, keeping that diamond shape so the knees are facing out to the side. So you feel like those hips are rotating in those sockets. And side. Good, then back. Then to the side. Now we're going to pulse it down. We pulse. 8, 7. Got in a nice deep bend with that supporting leg. 3, changing to this side. We go pulse and pulse. So imagine that toe is gliding along the floor. You're extending. 2 to the back. Here we go. Pulse and pulse. Keep that core lifted. You can take the body a little bit forward, so you're extending that back to the side. 8, 7, 6. Good. Chest up and lifted. Find a spot in front of your eye line. To the front. We go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. To the side. 4, 3, 2. You're going to feel that leg. Here we go. Pulse. Good. You're going to feel that burn in the standing leg just as much as that extended leg for 2. Here we go. 2 and 1 to the side. Blow it out. Good. 2.
Final burn.
Oh, feeling that burn. Here we go for 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. Nearly there. 2. Now you can stay here, or we have an option for 1. We go 1, 1, 1. Keep it going. We're nearly there. 1, 2 more. We're doing really well. Last round, we go 1, 1, 1. Hold it to the side. We're going to flex that foot. Turn those toes so they're facing forward. We lift up and up and up. Nearly there. Pulse, pulse. We're going to open and close that foot. Open and close. Open and close. Nearly there. Pulse it up. Last 8. 8. Keeping that bend in that underneath leg. You're going to feel that calf, that quad, that glute firing up. Here we go. Pulse, pulse, pulse. 4, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Shaking that off. You might want to have a little tap here. Taking that leg behind if you want to stretch. Woo, that is a burner. Yes. Shaking that off. Now we're going to face towards that bar or our chair this time. We are going to take those feet out into seconds, so they're going to be wider than our hips. Bring the toes facing out to the side. Push those hips down and roll the shoulders back. Pleat all the way down. Now we're just going to come up for 2 and down for 2. So again, we're thinking about keeping that back nice and straight. So you're going down. Imagine, I always say, imagine you're in a toaster. So if you come and you pop your bum back, you're going to burn that booty down and up. So keep it nice in one plane. Down. Lovely. And up. And down. Good. Last one. We're going to hold it down. Here we go. Pulse. 8 down. Pulse. Good. So we want a nice strong pulse. Dropping those hips. See how low can we go. If you're comfortable, try and go that little inch lower. For 4, 3. We're going to lift our heels. So we come up for 2 and down. So again, all this can be done in the center. If you want an extra challenge with that balance. Good. Or we can come and hold on to that chair. Up. Good. We're going to speed it up. Here we go. Lift up and drop and up. Now the challenge here is to keep that body completely still. So we want to avoid coming up and down. It's really going to get into those quads if we try and stay nice and still. And up. Last 2. Last one, let's hold it up. Here we go. Pulse it up. Pulse. Pulse. Really think of squeezing into those glutes. Good. Again, lift that eye line. Find somewhere in front of your head that's going to keep your head lifted. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to tuck forwards and back. So all we're doing now is moving that spine and those abdominals back. We're still on that rise. Woo. Back. Last 2. And last one. Tuck it forward. That's really going to get into the floor abdominals. Now we can walk those feet back. Pressing those arms down. We're going to have a nice wee stretch here. So you get a stretch into the hamstring. It's going to feel really good between those shoulders. Lovely, and gently coming up. Now you get to your back onto the other side with those tendus. So,
We know what's coming.
we know what's coming, so this time you're gonna hold on with the other hand. We're gonna spin ourselves round. Good, so now we're holding on with the other hand. Roll the shoulders back. Again, feet are together. We are opening those toes out to the side. Push those hips forward, dropping it down. Woo! Rolling it back. Here we go. Pulse it down. Pulse. Again, thinking of those knees coming out to the side. Again, we're thinking of that tailbone dropping all the way down. Hold that core. And pulse. And pulse. 4, 4, 3. Now we're going to take that right leg off. We're going to peel it forwards and in. Then we go to the side. Side. And then we go to the back. Back. And in. Good. Nice and controlled. Nice and smooth. And we're going to speed it up. We go forwards and into the side. Side. And in. Back. Good. Nearly there. We're doing really well. Keep thinking about opening that knee to the side. And back. And to this side. Pulsing forward. We go. 8, 7. Feel that thigh firing up. 3, 2, 1. To this side. We go. Pulse. Keep thinking of pushing those hips forward. 4, 3. Open that chest. To the back. We go. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4. Good. Hold that core. To this side. We go. 8. Good. Open that chest. 4, 4, 3. Here we go. Into 4. We go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feel that burn in that standing leg. Woo! We go. 4, 3. Here we go. With 2s. We go. 2 and 1. 2. Keep that back nice and lifted. 2. Singles. We go. Forwards, side, back, and side. Forward, side. Nearly there. 2 more. Forward, side, back, and side. Last set. 3, 2. Hold it to the side. Here we go. Toes are going to face forward, so just wiggling that foot round. Pulse it up. Pulse. Pulse. Hold that core. Pulse. You're going to get that into the outside of that thigh now. That's going to get into the glute medius, right at the side of that glute. 4, 4, 3, 2. We're going to open and close that leg. Open and close and open. So we're rotating from that hip joint. You're going to keep your standing leg facing forwards. Good. Open and close. This is a really great one to strengthen those hips. Good. Support that extra weight. Here we go. Last pulse. We go up, up, up. Keep it going. 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming out.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
like more than
that was a burnie. The standing one every time. So you feel free to have a quick little stretch here. Woo.
I think that extra weight definitely.
That extra weight will
gets
get
you.
you. Wow, so we're going to put those chairs to the side. We are going to grab, oh my ball's going to walk away. So this is an option with that ball. So we're going to come down now onto the floor, so you can just gently take that hand down, coming down onto that side. And we're going to come down with those feet planted. Now looping those hands under, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to roll down through that spine, all the way down. Now options here, we're going to be lying on our back. If you're probably second or third, we can bring those elbows behind. That's going to open out that chest. You have an option here, if you have a Pilates ball, you can also use a rolled up cushion, and that's going to provide a little bit more stability. So then we're going to bring those legs up into that tabletop position, so we're all following the same system. Here, roll the shoulders back, open out that chest. Now we're going to think of dropping that toe down to the floor, lifting all the way up. Now while we're here, this is getting into those lower abdominals and into that transverse abdominal, which wraps all the way around the body like a corset. It's going to help that posture and up. So keep thinking of pulling your belly button through as if it's being pulled at your back and down and up. Good. Let's speed that up. We go down and up, down. Good. So this one, we don't want to go too fast. It's more about keeping that slow, steady movement. Sometimes it's harder for the body to control if you're going a little bit slower. And down. Good. Now if you're happy here and you're with me on the ball, you can bring those elbows. So it's just the elbows touching. Again, if you're happy, you can reach those hands up and down. And down. Good. So feels like we're getting really deep into those abdominals, this is still safe to do in your second. And again, personal preference up into the third, whatever gonna feel best for you. And down.
It feels great to actually do core.
Yeah, as well, because it gets really into the pelvis, so it's gonna really make you feel supported.
And especially if you miss that abdominal work, like
Yeah.
I do, this is great. This
Yeah.
is a great one to really feel that.
And get just a bit more of what you used to do before.
Yeah.
And still get that same feeling. And now if you're with me and you want an extra, you can add that arm movement. So it's opposite arm and opposite leg. Out. And out. Ooh. That ball or that cushion is really going to make it a little bit more difficult. And down. Nearly there. We're going to keep that going. 4. And 3. And 2. Keeping those legs up. We're going to pulse the knees together. We're going to pulse, pulse, pulse. So while we're here, keep thinking of lifting up from underneath. Keep thinking of holding it nice and strong in that back and in those lower abdominals. Pulse. 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Now we can rest there. Taking that ball out or the cushion if you're with me. I'm gonna place that to the side. Now we are gonna come straight in. So we are staying on the floor now. We're gonna take that elbow down, coming into our clam work. So now we're bringing those knees together. You have an option to do it on the elbow, or if it's more comfortable, you can come down onto that side. Lift the chest up. Hips and shoulders are in line. We're gonna lift. Open and close. Open and close. And down. Good. Nearly there we go. Up and down. So we're just opening and closing those hips, making sure the hips are facing forwards. Here we go. Let's pulse it up. Pulse. Pulse. So we're getting now into that glute medius at the side of that glute. Pulse. And pulse. So again, that's a great supporter for those hips. Strengthen those hips up.
And we neglect it so much, don't we?
Yeah, it's one of those areas you kind of forget existed until you feel that burn, and then you're very much reminded that it's there. Pulse. Keep it going. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax it down. We're gonna go knee to knee, then toe to toe. Open out, and knee to knee, toe to toe. Let's speed that up. We go, and knee, and toe. Again, keep thinking of lifting that chest, knee, and toe. 4 more, keep it going. 4, good, and 3. Again, keep that lower abdominal engaged. Lovely. Now we're gonna come down onto that side, bringing that hand down. We're gonna bring the leg out to about 45 degrees, flex those feet, turn the toes down. Here we go, we pulse up, and pulse, and pulse. Good, so you're really gonna feel that now, and that glute minimus is gonna come underneath all those glute muscles. Good, keep pulsing and lift. Pulse and pulse.
Move you too far forward. It's so easy to go forward on these, isn't it?
Yes, you really want to think about staying nice and square. And you can use that top hand as well. That's going to support the front of that body. If you have a bit more weight there, you can just use that hand to support. Nearly there. 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down. Let's have a little tap out there. Woo! Now we're going to come straight back up into that next exercise. Rolling those shoulders back. We're going to take those hands down directly underneath the shoulders, pulling that tummy away from the floor. Now we're just going to reach the left hand and right foot. Good, and come back for 2. Now this is nice and slow. We come out, 2, 3, and 4, and in. 2, 3, and 4. Good, swapping over. Now this is a great one, again for that upper back. Again, that's getting into the transverse abdominal. 2, 3, and 4. Keeping the back of the neck nice and long. So if it helps, look directly just above your hands. So you want to keep that neck nice and uninhibited. Other side. Up. 2, 3, and 4. Down. Good. We've got 2 more here. Then we're going to come up into that box plank. Really squeeze into those glutes as you lift those legs. Last one, we lift up. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze those hamstrings, and down. Good. Now let's tuck those toes. We're going to lift those hips up. Hold it here. Roll those shoulders back. Good. Now we're going to pulse the knees together. We go. Knees and knees. And again, really think of holding those lower abdominals. Again, if this is too much, we can drop those knees down to the floor. If you do have a Pilates ball, you can still squeeze that in between the knees as the knees are on the floor. Keep it pulsing. Pulse, pulse. 4 more, 4, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Now, if you are happy, we can reach those hands up and down. Now again, option to drop those knees and up. You choose, here you go. Up, 4, 2, and down. Last one, up and down. Let's drop those knees. Let's have a quick little stretch here, walking those hands away, opening those knees out nice and wide, opening out that chest. Then we're gonna come straight back up, you guessed it, in to that other side of climb. So bringing that elbow down, again, keeping the hips and the shoulders in line. Open out that chest, pointing those toes. You can have the hand on the hip or in front of you. Here we go, we lift up, 4, 2, and down, 4, 2. And again, think of lifting that rib up away from the floor. So you're engaging into that oblique just by holding that body nice and strong. And down, here we go, speed it up, we come up and drop. Good, so keeping that core, those abdominals nice and held, so you feel nice and strong, nice and engaged. Up and drop. Good, here we go, we're gonna come onto those pulses, up and hold and pulse, pulse. Good, really squeeze that glute at the back, you're gonna feel it in the side, getting into the side of the quad, into that side of that glute. Woo, you can feel that burn already. Here we go. Keep it pulsing, nearly there. 8, 7, 6. Keep lifting that rib up and away from the floor. Nice. 2 and 1. We drop it down, knee to knee. Then toe to toe. Good. And down. Good. So you really want to get a nice rotation in that hip joint. And knee. Good. Now we're going to speed it up. Here we go. Knee and toe. Keep lifting, keeping that neck nice and long. So you feel like your whole body is lifted up and close. Good, nearly there. 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Closing it down. Now we can come down onto that elbow, extend that foot forwards, flex the toes facing down to the floor, and again, use that hand to support. We lift up and up. If you want an extra abdominal, if we're not in our second, third, we can place that hand on the side and that's going to really work those obliques to lift that body. Pulse. We're going to open and close. Nearly there. Open and close. Open and close. Good. Keep that going. So all that hip is moving. You want to flex that foot. The whole leg is nice and straight. It's about 45 degrees. Down and close. Nearly there. 4 and 3, 2. Hold it here. Last pulse. Pulse. We want to make sure those hips are directly on top of each other. As we said, if we've got that weight, it's tempting to let that body roll forwards. And pulse, and pulse, and pulse. 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Calm it down. Let's give that hip a little tap. Woo, we did it! Nice. So we're gonna have a quick little stretch down here. You're gonna bring those feet in to frog, holding on to those ankles, sit up nice and tall. Now if this is comfortable for you, you can stay here, or if you want a bit more, we can just drop that chest forward, or we can just use those elbows and push those knees down. We don't want to stretch too deeply. It's going to be a bit more relaxing in the body, so you want to be nice and careful whenever we're stretching. Keep thinking of keeping that back straight, opening out those hips. Good, and gently rolling up. We're going to extend one leg forwards, reaching those hands up. And again, if you have a stretchy band, you can loop that around the foot. So if you get a nice stretch into that hamstring, or if you're comfortable here, we can reach for that calf, reach for that ankle, or reach for the foot. So getting a good stretch in that hamstring. Again, keep that chest lifted. Good. Taking deep breaths in. And as we exhale, try and relax that body. Gently rolling up. Let's come onto the other side. So other foot comes in and extend, lifting up and reaching forward again. If you want to use that stretch band, you can loop that around the toe. And again, think of lifting that chest up. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. Good. coming back up. So let's come onto our knees. Then we're just going to do a quick little cat cow. So again, hands underneath the shoulders, nice long spine. We're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to arch and look up towards the ceiling. And exhale, we're going to look forward, looking for that tummy. And inhale, breathing in. And exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Last one. And breathe in. And exhale in. Now we're going to tuck those toes. We're going to lift those hips all the way up. If that's comfortable, coming into a little downward dog. Now we can keep those knees nice and bent. We're just going to gently walk from side to side, pushing one heel into the floor and then the other, so we get a good stretch into those calves. We can take those feet nice and wide if that's more comfortable for you. Thinking of dropping the chest down. Give me 2 more little marches. Good. Lovely. And bending those knees, we're going to gently walk those hands back towards those feet. Holding it here and slowly rolling all the way up standing in 3, 2, and 1. Shaking it down. Let's take a little stretch. Bringing that arm across. Rolling that shoulder back and down. Good. And other side. I'm thinking of pushing that shoulder down. Lovely. Let's take a little stretch, bringing that hand over to that ear. Ear comes down to the shoulder, and again, we're reaching that hand down to the floor. Good, and again, thinking of taking deep breaths in, changing sides, other ear comes down. Hand to the floor. Lovely, and let's take another deep breath all the way in. Shaking that whole body down, then breathing it up. Deep breath in, we're gonna let those hunch drop down. And one more like that, breathing up. Letting it all drop down. And we're gonna bring those hands together. Give yourself a really big clap. We did it. I hope you felt the burn as much as we did.
Thank you so much for taking part in today's video, and if you enjoyed it, then please do give us a follow on any of our social channels. So you can follow us on Facebook, you can follow us on YouTube, or you can follow us on Instagram, where we are constantly uploading loads of useful content to support you on your wellness journey. See you in your next workout.